Hi, this is Mitch King with Trade Stocks America with the Wednesday evening, December 23rd, 2009 Daily Stock Report. Want to go through just a few bull shorts. Tomorrow is just a short session of about 3.5 hours. Closes tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern. Here's the daily chart of HPJ, Hong Kong High Power. This is the bull short we've shorted twice now. It went a little bit lower today. It's to 685 and rebound a little bit. Not much volume on this. It's really dropping off, which is typical for a bull short after it's peaked, as well as the week of the Christmas. It looks like it stalled a little bit, but I'm not too worried about it. If you're short, my guess is it's still going to break down to that $6 figure here. It may take a week to do that. Let's take a look at some new bull shorts that I posted in the report last night. Really some nice activity going on. Here's the daily chart again, and as you can see on the 3 days ago, this stock was at about $1.10, and here today we hit a high right there, a high of 640. And here on this telechart you can see 640 is the high, and then this stock was pretty strong today. It's kind of a hot one, pretty much like I would thought it would be. It dropped early and had a big run from that 520 mark, and when it ran all the way to 640, and it really had a big sell-off at the end of the day. And let's take a look at the intraday chart for that. Here's a 5-minute chart. You can see it open here on the left, or during pre-market hours. It traded in this 560 as high as 580. And then we dropped down here to this 475 mark and had a big run from 475 all the way as high as 640. And that's a fabulous run. Kind of what I was telling you on the text report last night, that this is going to be a real good scalping stock, both long and short. And then toward the end of the day, dropping down from 640 to 520. I mean, these are really big moves. Right here, from this bottom to this top right there, is a 29% move. Like I was saying last night, you're going to be able to go long and short on a scalp. And on this short right down here, another 23% profit potential. So huge profit that you make on these really high volume, big mover stocks that turn into bull shorts. And now let's go back to the daily chart on this ATHX. Now we're back to Telechart's Platinum daily settings here, and I'd be looking at this thing going to $4 with no problem at all. It's very conceivable to see it run back up tomorrow. Could go as high as $6, and it's probably peaked out today at that 640. But you know, anything goes on these things. But remember, it did come from $1.10, so now it's gone 6 times its original price, and that's kind of a, you know, that's really moved up quite a bit. So my best guess is that it's probably peaked today and might attempt a run back up to a little over 6 and then head back down to a lower low than today's low. So really good opportunity both on the long and the short side. And the way to handle these longs, my opinion, is the same way it acted today, by dropping down and giving a really sharp drop, sharper than this one, and then look for a pop. But you won't see that 29% move like that. But you can easily see these 10 to 12 percenters. I guess that's what we'd see on the long side on the scalp, and then a bigger short, you know, a big drop. So you want to be long, but not for very long, and then you want to be short for a longer period of time. So this is really for you guys who are proficient at your scalping, intraday scalping, and have a high risk tolerance for these big swings on these bull shorts. So let's move on to another stock. Here's AHD. Just pretty much went down and stayed down. Nice little short. One of the rules I tend to have is if it starts to be weak a little bit at the opening, I short a little bit of the stock just in case it just goes down and stays down. And let's take a look at that intraday chart. Here's pretty much what it did. Just stayed down and went flat. Kind of unusual. That's a real weak stock. I was expecting it to see some sort of a bounce and then back down, something like this, and then here and something like this. But to see this L shape like this is just rarely happens. Real dead stock, if you're short, just hang on to this one. I don't see this as getting hot again. Now here's a new one, just today only. The stock went from $2.80 and it went to a high of about $5.45 right here at the top there. And we see that a lot during this Christmas time and Thanksgiving and New Year's, where a lot of volatility occurs because a lot of speculation is going on and not everyone's there as far as sellers and traders. A lot of people are on vacation. So this thing really moved down. Let's take a look at an intraday chart on this. It really moved up here. Here's a 5-minute chart. Stock was at 320, went all the way up to 550, 555, and back down. So this is a 555, came back down to 435 right here. This is excellent long and short. I talked to someone that today went from 320 to an average of about 430. So that's a real nice move there, real big move. And like I'm saying, watch the top 10 scanner. And let's go through that. I've explained this a lot in the courses, the Wizard training course. Let's take a look at a top 10 scanner. And here you see CGen at the top right here. Earlier we saw ATHX was really moving. Then here's CGN. See that 25 million shares, 25.5? That's what you're looking. High volume, high movement. There's PSDV. I saw that one running. And there was another one. But it's constantly changing as stocks are running. So you keep an eye on throughout the day. And you guys who are intraday scalpers, real aggressive traders, this is a good little trick to keep an eye on that top 10 list. And then you can do that with other brokerage firms. This one's E-Trades, and you can use Schwab, you can use all of them, and they tend to pick up most of the same ones, but some of them are a little bit different. So anyhow, you guys have a great Christmas. You know the routine. Put the odds in your favor. Don't get leveraged, and we'll talk to you on Sunday. Merry Christmas.